Ted, we had some developments when it comes to the new arena, the new entertainment district in Norman. You are our commercial real estate expert.
Huh.
So give me all of your thoughts. How are you feeling about it? Good, bad, so? Like where are you at with the possibility of this new arena being built in Norman?
I don't feel good about it.
Dang it.
Um, it's going to be up to the Norman City Council, which it's past what the Planning Commission stuff like that. I don't think anyone's ever been worried about passing stuff like that. It's really pretty much always come down to the City Council, and uh, there's been a lot of people that are just unwilling to move on it, because of different viewpoints on what the tax increment financing and stuff like that, and how all the dollars will or will not make sense. So I'm hopeful. I think it's, uh, I think it could be just a huge boost to the basketball program. Obviously, you heard Porter Moser talk about it. You heard Lon Kruger talk about it. Couple years before he left. So we've been dealing with this thing for a long time. My hope is that it passes. I think it would be great. Think it would bring an influx of commerce to the city of Norman. I think that when you've got one of the major arteries in the entire nation that runs right through the middle of your town, and you build an entertainment district, it's a great way to get people that are driving from Texas or Kansas or from all over the United States to stop in and spend money in your city. So it's not just taxing on the local people. It's an opportunity to drive revenue from out of state, uh, people that come in and spend money in your city. So I think there's a lot of good things that could come of it. But frankly, we've been doing this dance for, I don't know, it's got to be getting close to a decade, 8 years, maybe 7, 8 years. And for those keeping track, I don't have an inflation calculator at my disposal right now, but if you want to take, let's call it $500 million, give or take a couple hundred million for the development of this area, think about what the price tag would have been 7 years ago compared to what it is today. And I'll tell you right now that it hasn't remained the same. To build the same exact uh, property, the same exact venue, all of the stuff today costs dramatically more than it would have had you passed this thing in the very beginning. And we'd be in it, and it would be churning revenue for the local community at this point. But we've kicked the can so far down the road that at some point, I don't even know if the dollars and cents like even work anymore because of how expensive some things have gotten to build. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. Um, I I hope that it passes. I think it could be great for the community and for the basketball program and for a bunch of other people. But I guess at this point I've been beat down to a point where I don't waste much time really thinking about it because it's been so long and we've gone through these rounds so many times and have really made no ground. So unfortunately, that's how I feel about it. There may be other people that are way more optimistic and maybe they'd be better to comment on it.
Look at what you've done to him, City of Norman. Look at what you've done to him. Just beat down. Now, the other question I have is, let's say they don't do it. Then what? What, you renovate the LNC? You put money into that? Like, is is that the plan? That's where, if it doesn't happen and you don't sound particularly optimistic that it's going to happen, then what? That's where I'm at with it. Is if you don't do it, then it's the damn plan, man.
Well, you renovate the LNC, and you see that great real estate right there that's currently owned by the OU Foundation will turn into retailers, you know, and well, there's something to be said about that. That's fine, but there ain't going to be an arena there. There's not going to be something that's driving massive revenue, that's getting people from outside the city of Norman to pour into your community on a weekly basis with concerts and all kinds of different events that you can host there, and obviously basketball. Like, it's going to be just stores probably.
Yay.
That's what we need,
I
right?
Dude, I was really hoping you'd be more optimistic about it happening,
Well,
but I I
I'll
think
be
you're
honest,
just
like, I have pulled myself out of the loop. I I, I got tired of
it's
spending
it's
any emotional.
it's better for your blood pressure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're getting to an age where you don't want to be
Well,
too worked up all the time, you know?
and I don't know. I'll tell you this: I don't know what Josie, like, if this doesn't pass. I don't know what Josie would do. What I do know is there are a bunch of places that are dying to be able to have the opportunity to build an arena for OU basketball in their city. Like, now, I'm not saying that it would ever happen, but there are plenty of municipalities that would be very interested in doing it. That doesn't mean that OU would partner, but I know there's other options out there. I don't know if we'd ever pursue any of them or not, but it's at least on the table.
It'd be really weird if OU basketball was playing in Moore or Oklahoma City. I It would just be very, very strange. It's not like that doesn't happen across the country and at some schools though. I
Yeah.
It's not what I want. I want Norman to get this done and for it to turn into one of the coolest, basketball, gymnastics, whatever setups in the country. But I just at this point, I'm kind of with you. I'm not very optimistic. I kind of just at the point where, hey, I'm not going to believe it until I see it.
Right. Yeah. When I see some Caterpillar equipment roll onto the site, that will be time for me to get excited. But until then, I guess I will watch from a distance.